Hello again, everyone. Ambassador Terry here with a year seven interview. And my guest this week is Tim Wagner. Welcome, Tim.
Thank you, Ambassador Terry. Fantastic to be here.
Well, I'm enjoying it. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to enjoy what he's doing. So here comes the famous question. Tim Wagner, what are you doing?
Thanks for that question. I love it when people ask me that. So I help people take back control of their health and well-being outside of pharmaceuticals. But what does that actually mean? Well, it was a result of my own personal journey and my family's journey that led me to doing what I'm doing now. I was your typical corporate guy. In 2018, I walked out due to burnout, incessant amounts of years of stress, ongoing, running a business in hospitality that does not sleep. It just became too much for me. But at the time, I didn't even know what burnout was. I didn't know the word existed. My relationships were shot at home. My relationship with my son, he was a teenager, the ideal time and the right time for a dad to be around. I never was. And even when I was around, it was not a good conversation that was being had. The business I was running in South Africa, in Cape Town, a multi-million rand business, was suffering because I couldn't see the solutions to the problems anymore, relationships with the staff and the clients, and I knew that I had a choice. Stay and either die, get divorced, or possibly kill somebody, or quit. So I became one of those quiet statistics, and I quietly quit. And that led me on a unique journey of discovery outside of a 27-year career in hospitality to try and find out, who am I outside of this? What is my purpose? Why am I here? Surely in life, I should be further ahead by now. Perhaps somebody listening is asking the same questions. People call it the midlife crisis. I was 47. I called it a midlife reset. And over many years, I started and stopped and failed and succeeded in multiple businesses, made millions, lost it all 4 times before I saw the writing on the wall and I'm going the wrong direction. And I went inside. And this is a time where breath work discovered me. Now, I say that because I didn't know breath work as a modality for health and well-being actually existed. Now, I've been in health and well-being arena for many, many years because I'm passionate about it. Always been exercise. I've never done anything massive, but I've always been a healthy individual, never gone to doctors for pills and potions and chemicals. I don't believe in that thing. I want to help my body to do what it innately knows how to do, which is heal from within, outside of the stress of the world and 5G, cell phone, processed foods, chemicals, bad water, pollution, stress, all of these things. I wanted to know, but can I be better? And breath work became the answer. And this was at the same time that I was putting together a coaching program to help people go through a very similar journey, high functioning entrepreneurs and business people that I was, from burning out. How do I get back? And I started to introduce breath works, specifically focusing on realigning nervous systems, on releasing limiting beliefs and paradigms, and using breathing as an alchemist. So I'm a breathwork alchemist, where breathwork is the alchemy, meaning that I take this deep, dark trauma, tension, frustration, and I change that into gold, light, beauty, peace, and joy, using the power of breath. But then something magical happened to me last year when I introduced something called regenerative health. So I found that a lot of people were struggling in really pushing through a limiting barrier because of pharmaceuticals that they become reliant on or prescribed, which wasn't actually doing them benefit long term. So regenerative health came to me as a result of helping my son come back and find strength after 7 years having type 1 diabetes. And watching him improve and find his path in life again. He's 31 now, and for the first time in 7 years, he's been able to work. He's got strength, he's got energy. So I started to introduce something called phototherapy, or light technology, to my clients. It's a technology company that uses your own body's innate light to heal from within. When I started to introduce this to my clients, that barrier broke away. With their doctors, many of them stopped taking multiple of medications. One of my clients had been on 21 pills a day after having a horrendous car crash 20 years ago. The doctor, over a space of 6 months, took it down to only 3. There's power in that. And this is all about realigning your nervous system, helping your body's energy to flow naturally, using the power of breath work and regenerative health processes, which is technology and science. It's been around for centuries. The Egyptians knew about phototherapy. The Greeks knew about phototherapy. In the East, they know about it. The power of utilizing light energy to heal, and your body naturally to heal from within and out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This is not woo-woo, ladies and gentlemen. This really works. This is good stuff. Thank you so much, Tim, for being here. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your weekly attendance, and leave us some comments. What do you think about breath work, ladies and gentlemen? And that's it for now. Bye bye.